So you were teaching in China during COVID. What was that kind of like? Like, what was the initial like outbreak like? How was that day to day type thing as it
Well, it
started?
was weird for us because no one else in the world had it. It was just in China. And China was all messed up, and like it was in every state, or we call province,
Where
every
were you
major
in China?
city.
You
I
weren't
was
in
in the
Wuhan, were you?
no, I was the next state over, Jiangxi. So we're
Okay, so
connected.
pretty close.
2 hour train ride to
Okay.
Wuhan.
Yeah, so like
But
what
again,
was that initial sort of
we
breakthrough
were
of the
awfully close.
virus?
We were awfully close, so we were
Uh-huh.
worried about that, obviously. And then all the travel got rescinded, and we got ordered to shelter in place back in January. So January, February, March, I mean, it wasn't happening anywhere else in the world. And we were locked in our little apartment, so it was kind of crazy.
What did you guys hear about it? Was it the same bat soup story or?
We got a lot of bat soup and, U.S. conspiracies and other conspiracies, but generally it's the bat soup theory from the wet market there in Wuhan, yeah.
Was it surreal at first when like you were first hearing about
Well,
it?
you're expecting it to blow over. I remember, like, I posted on January 25th that we had a lot of food and water. We were hoping it was going to be gone in a couple of weeks, and that was a long time ago.
So you actually started stocking up right when that first type
Kind of
outbreak
had
was
to
happening?
because all the bigger grocery stores started closing their doors. Only the little markets were open, and you're like, well, I'd rather have extra than not enough.
And at this point, were you allowed to go anywhere, or was like you not allowed to go in like restaurants? And
One
bars and
person per family, per household, could leave every other day for up to 2 hours. But
How
I
do they?
couldn't- yeah.
How were they tracking that?
The apartment complex had these day passes that they would only give out, when you came down to exit. There was always a police officer and a security officer for health there at the entrance of every apartment complex. And so they check your ID, and they can, they mark down when you leave, and when they come back late, they yell at you. But what are they going to do? Not let you in?
Did they have the same like guidelines, like wear a mask and like 6 feet and stuff?
Had to wear a
or-
mask. Yeah, there was definitely all those things were pioneered in China, and it really worked for a while. And then I don't know, it started to come back. It looks like.
So when did you feel like it like really started to take a turn? Like, okay, we should really be taking this seriously.
I sent my wife home in the middle of February because it got so bad. We were locked in the apartment, and she was afraid to leave because she couldn't have left without me anyway. And it was really. People were yelling at us on the streets and things like that, and she got really scared. And so about a month after we hunkered down, I sent her home. I thought I'd be right behind her because China was really locking down. I just thought I'd stay and close up the apartment and get on the road behind her. But my school kept trying to open.
In
So they kept
person
saying,
or online?
yeah, in person. They kept saying, we're going to try to open in 2
wow.
weeks. We're going to try to open in 2 weeks. And, it was ridiculous, but I couldn't leave because of it.
What was the government sort of telling you, and where were you getting all your information from? Was there anything being held back from you?
Probably. I mean, China tells you what you need to know, and that's it. So there was some news from Beijing, the federal government, and the rest comes from Nanchang, the capital of the province where I lived. So we had provincial law, and we had federal law sometimes trickling into. And it changed. You could go over to the next state, and they wouldn't let foreigners into shopping areas, because that state decided to make that rule.